Hello, it's Christy from Christy Sews Cool Stuff. I am here in my yoga clothing looking like a mess, and you probably wonder why. I have this shirt. I got it when I was pregnant with my son. It was my special treat to myself for prenatal yoga, and it no longer fits me because I am no longer pregnant. So I'm going to show you how to do a simple shoulder alteration by shortening. This is a good technique if you like to go to thrift shops or if something's on sale and they don't have your size and you just want it. It's good to know how to do this. And also sometimes if you have a really popular size, you might have to go up depending on the assortment at the store. And while you can't necessarily make something smaller bigger, you can really easily make something that's too long and the shoulders fit right. I don't want to get rid of this shirt. It's Lululemon. It's gray. Most of my workout clothing is black, so I like having some gray and some color. I'm not getting rid of this top. Not going to happen. So here is the same alteration in a different shirt. It is not the right size for me. That means that the straps were super long, and then even as I wore it, they got longer and longer. So I got annoyed one day and I just did this really fast. This is just a serged edge. It's a super casual shirt. It doesn't have a finished edge. Like, if I were to make this, I would go like that, and it would be nicer, and I would never, in that case, do this. But my hair hits right there. Never see it. Whatever. So here is the shirt, and here's everything that you need to work on it. So these are needles for stretch fabric. You can't use a universal needle. I don't have this exact sewing machine. So this sewing machine is a specialty sewing machine for these clothing. It has two needles that run parallel to each other and then a zigzag thread that catches them, and then underneath another zigzag goes like this. So when you're sewing, there's two needles going like this and two needles going like this. And yeah, I definitely don't have that machine. It's thousands and thousands of dollars, and I do not make yoga clothing for a living. And so here's the thread I got. This is something else you need. Best practice, get thread that matches. If you're at the store, unravel and lay it on there, and it should pretty much disappear. This is a little bit too light, and that is because I was shopping online and ordering to the car. Another thing you need is this, some kind of marking utensil. I use tailor's chalk. Not exactly like what you would buy at Joann's. So these are my thread scissors. They're really good for cutting threads off the machine. I have them on a necklace so that when I sit and sew, they're just always right. Grabbable. And these are more appropriate for fabric. Get them sharpened. They need to be sharpened. So the first thing I do is I have to mark where this is going. I don't want it to leave a mark. I'm just going to mark quickly here. You can also do a little thread basting. That's actually how we learned in school. But so what you get here on the inside, of course, is the marks of about how much I want to remove. And there's a nice shoulder seam here. And then you measure. So it is 2.5 inches here. And on this side it is 2.5 inches. And here we have a little bit bigger. 2 3/4 and 2.5. So I'm going to go with 2.5. Given that 3 out of 4 said 2.5, I'm going to go with 2.5. So when I was pinning it, here's my original mark and my other original mark. Now, because of the racerback, it actually was too wide here to sew to this narrow strip. So I pushed it a little. So I'm actually relocating the shoulder seam. I'm okay with that because it's going to cover my girls when I do my down dogs. Okay, so now it's time to wind my bobbin. In case you don't know how to do this, there are instructions on your machine.
It says to put this on here, bring this around here, and loop it around here, come through your bobbin. And I always start by holding the thread up and then cut it once it's going a little bit. For my machine, the bobbin thread goes up, it loops around there. There's more pictures. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, and then through the needle, which, all right. Straight stitch 1, the length is 22, that should be fine. Pull the threads to the back, line it up really nicely, but I did pin it just really carefully, edge to edge, so everything is lined up. I'm going to leave it in when I'm catching the threads. And lined up well. Now to do the other side. I am happy with the thread choice. It's a little bit of a heathered gray, so I think it blends in okay. I'm going to get my fabric scissors and cut this and finish it. Cut straight across. Repeat over here. Now I'm going to put on a different edge. So I'm looking at which Overcast to use. This is for stitching elastic waistbands, fold over elastic. There's like some decorative ones. I'm just going to go with 13. Super basic. A little bit more of an Overcast than just a plain zigzag. I'm just going to do one layer at a time to finish the edges. Two down, 2 to go. I'll put my thread off there and hold it down. I just want to pin it so that no fabric is sticking out. Okay, all set. Back to stitch 1. And now that I'm going to take the pins out and just hold down the fabric. I can feel where the fabric is. Quick top stitch. I'm just going inside of the machine stitching that was there. My goal is to hide this thread. So you can see it's just hidden. And there's the inside, the Overcast edge. So there it is, completely finished on one side. It did go off a little. I didn't feel like fixing it. It's so soft, that's not going to bother me. It really does sit like super high on my back. So I just did another row of stitching here. I'm used to seeing double stitching on knits. I'm okay with this. All right, there it is finished. Because he's actually starting to stretch out here for me pulling it up. So I'm glad I got this sorted out before the shirt was truly lost